mind, it's okay. She off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Politico, Maiyegun don't come, oh, this one not the off in mind. Maiyegun don't come, oh, can in the touchlight every corner. Maiyegun don't come, oh, okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun the Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we not talk, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo.
Thank you very much for joining me. Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And yes, you can share the broadcast with your friends. Let them know that Maiyegun is live. To my friends on Facebook, yeah, you can do the same for those who would likely get the notification. Not everyone will actually get the notification, okay? So thanks for joining me. We are going to talk again about the deaf and dumb but wicked breeding mannequin inside the asshole rock. A wicked tyrant who believes that according to what they have been doing, it's pretty much like they are deaf, dumb, and wicked. The reason why Nigeria is boiling, the reason why rats no cry like rats, birds are not, crying like birds. Eku kebi eku, eye kebi eye in Yoruba. The reason why it seems that Nigerians don't want to have any conversation around building one Nigeria anymore, except for those, some people we call the ignoramuses. They don't like to be called that, but I love to call them the Buharidins, the Buharididiris, the one Nigeria, Sai barbarians, and the rest of them, and those who are benefiting from the rots. Bukwari came, like they say, one nice girl, what do you call it? Nigeria, one fake united country that some people are managing, pretending, managing to call one Nigeria, Bukwari and Al-Qaeda People's Congress, APC, Egbekegbe, came in, then just scatter everything. They decided to put everyone in his place. And Bukwari chose to pursue an ethnic agenda over the supposed national united government or national unity government. So the Nigeria that some people were trying to manage and package, they've succeeded for years. Bukwari came and he scattered everything by pursuing what is now known as his Fulanization agenda, which is pretty much selfish, by the way, right? So today, people have realized that they can no longer accept the terms and conditions of this fake entity because Bukwari is adamant. In Nigeria, in 1969, precisely, there was a court judgment from Abeokuta. This court, meanwhile, sorry about this video showing up on the side of the screen. That's the Kano airport, where the leaders of the poverty capital of the world are currently giving away the son of Bukwari to the daughter of Emir of Bishi in Kano. I'll come to that. So I've taken it off. When Bukwari came in, before Bukwari came in, there was no this die-hard terrorist trying to occupy everywhere. Then the moment they came in from nowhere, we started seeing attacks that are in fact just far, far away from the northern Nigeria where we had the Boko Haram. They started killing people in Ekiti, Ondo, Ogun, Enugu, Ebonyi, and all these places. But the first defense that was given by these criminals when they came in was that those who were attacking our people and killing our people back then in 2015, they were not Fulanis from Nigeria. They were Fulanis from Chad, Niger, Mali, Sudan, Libya. That was what they told us. So that in their effort to make us believe that we must not start ethnic fights in Nigeria, but we didn't know that they were actually pursuing ethnic agenda, which is so obvious now. So they told people that, yes, there are Fulanis killing people, but they are not from Nigeria. They are from Niger. They are from this blah, 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 blah places. Some of us were asking then, we said, if these people were foreign aliens killing our people from the far part of southern Nigeria, and none of the southern Nigeria share border with Niger Republic, with Mali, with Chad, with all these countries they said these guys are coming from, how did they manage to cross the border of Nigeria, that they migrated to the point of getting to the heartland of the southern Nigeria, including the creeks in Niger Delta? How? What happened to the border? What happened to the Nigerian security and all of that? How did they manage to get to Ekiti to kill a farmer, a woman on a farm? How? They said, you are just trying to overreact. What happened is that government is doing everything to arrest them and to stop them. That was from the beginning, From beginning, there was nothing like land for Fulani, land this, land that, nothing, It was that some people were those who brought them in. We didn't know they were the ones who brought them in. Then just a few months into 2016, they started talking about Katu colony. They said they found a solution to end the Fulani armed terrorists killing people, because people won't let them graze on their cow. They won't let them feed their cows with their own crops. So when these guys came out, they said they found a solution. What was that solution? Bukwari asked for the national grazing routes. And they said there was nothing like national grazing routes in Nigeria. Yes, there are some part of northern Nigeria and just about 2 or 3 states, right? They actually had that grazing route or so, whatever he wants to call it. But they were really not national grazing. There was nothing like that. And they said, but again, there is no way any state can cede any land for federal government to create grazing routes anymore. Because all these grazing routes you call grazing routes, they are now land owned by people in different states. There's no way we can create one. They brought that confusion. They said, cattle, okay, then let's create cattle colony. What do you mean by cattle colony? Cattle colony for who? For the invading terrorists killing our people? How does that become the solution to the killing? How does that then end the killing? So people rejected it. All the Yoruba governors, all of the Yoruba politicians, they have sabotaged in many ways, but they couldn't pull that off. Okay? They couldn't sell it to the Yorubas. Same thing with the Biafrans. The Igbo governors couldn't sell it over to their people. What would you call it? Cattle colony. For who? What does that even mean? That was the genesis. So they said, okay. Not grazing routes, not cattle colony. We're going to create something called rural grazing areas, which simply means some states in Nigeria will need to, states in Nigeria will need to give up some land, thousands of hectares of land, so that they can resettle those aliens killing people because they have nowhere to go to. And like magic, they started coming out. Miyetiala came out. Many other organizations came out. And they started promoting the idea of why can't we create Ruga for them? Why do you all hate the Fulanis? I was like, come on. It wasn't about the Fulani from Kano, Fulani from Adamawa, Fulani from Yobe, Fulani from anywhere. These are not Fulanis from Nigeria. This is not the genesis of the whole thing. How did that then come into northern Nigeria versus southern Nigeria, Christian versus Muslim, and then, Fulaniphobia? That has now become the conversation today. They changed the whole narrative to why can't we create land for them? That is where we got to now. And because they have tried the Ruga, people said, no, we can't give any land. Cattle rearing, cattle business, pastoral business, whatever you want to call it here, is a private business like every other business. If I'm a farmer, I don't go about killing people because I need land to farm. If I need land to farm, I have to go and buy the land. Or if they won't sell, I have to go and lease the land. I don't have to put people together, give them guns, and start killing people because I want land to start a farm. That's exactly what it looks like. There are 1,000 or 1,000,001 businesses in Nigeria, locally and internationally, that are being operated in Nigeria there. I haven't seen any of them, any business at all, that was started because they had to kill people and then government gave them land. This is the bone of contention. And this is actually not what APC, Egbekegbe, promised the people when they started talking about change. Now, this now became the cardinal agenda of Bokwari, among other ruinous, calamitous agendas that has destroyed Nigeria beyond any kind of redemption, right? But this cow business, cow this became the political conversation to the point that the politicians in southern Nigeria for 6 years, they went to bed. They became politically correct. They did not want to rock the boat. But they knew then that the agenda was to either give Bokwari whatever he wants, or the killings will continue. He told them, Bokwari said it to the Benue state governor. If you, Benue people, continue to say you don't have land, then you have to endure with the killings. Now, that became the national agenda that politicians from everywhere are trying to key into, being the good book of those who promote that agenda of we have to give the Fulanis what they want. But Nigeria is a country of over 250 nationalities. And when I say 250 nationalities, I mean, when you begin to count them, you count Yorubas, the Igbos, the Biafrans, and you go on and 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 on, and you count the Fulanis, you count the Ibibios, the Nupes, the Shekiris, the Jaws, the everyone from everywhere, and you count 250 and more. That is all the national. And imagine, Nigeria is in turmoil today. No unity. Everything you talk about today is all about tearing down. Let's just break it up. All of this. You know why? People have been suspecting themselves for years. And so many guys who have been in charge of Nigeria, they have managed. And manage and pretend until this guy came. And the Fulanis, that agenda became the national agenda. And let me now somehow surprise you. As much as they are so adamant, after everything, the division, the suspicion, the whole thing, the people killed, just for the sake of this, Buhari doesn't care. They told him that the Land Use Act decreed by Obasanjo that put all the lands in Nigeria under the command and control of the federal government, the military government, decree by Obasanjo, that was defeated with by the Supreme Court ruling on the who has the right and control over land in their own different territories, the state government. So it simply means that if Buhari and those around him, if they had their way, if they were still in control of the land, as Obasanjo decreed for them way back in in the 70s, 79 to 83, I think. If they had their way, among other things, they wouldn't need anybody's permission. But you know what Buhari is doing? He is setting up committees after committees, and they keep coming back with the same result. People are not giving up their lands. Okay? So what they are doing is that they are trying to twist as many southern governors as possible to finally cede land. We have been told that Enugu is already giving up some land. Don't be surprised. Ebonyi is also giving up some lands. Don't let that shock you, because it is true. Or your state is also giving up some land. But here is how they are disguising it. They are building the ranches. Okay? Just like the normal rich people in southern Nigeria, the way they do. They will put their resources together. They will go to Niger Republic to go and buy cows and different other livestock. They will bring them to Nigeria, right? No duty, no nothing paid. Then they will bring them down to southern Nigeria, right? And they will then hire one Nigerian or Malian or anyone from outside Nigeria to come and help them guide those cows, to come and herd those cows, okay? So they know that they don't have any land or any ranch or anything anywhere, right? So these others who don't speak, most of them don't even speak any of the language or what have you, right? So they can roam about everywhere. They are those who are committing most of those attacks on farms, grazing on farms. 80% of that in southern Nigeria. Most of those cows are owned by your rich men, your royal fathers, your senators, some of your governors, Politico, and the rest of them. All right. Now, those ones who are being controlled, those armed ones, those ones don't work with cows. Okay. They are not there for cows. Their own job is that they are there in different cells in southern Nigeria, in different forests there. And the only way they sustain themselves so far is to go on the motorway to commit crime like kidnapping and the rest. That's why you are witnessing those ones, okay? So it's a two-way thing. Now, the southern governors who have kind of agreed to the back end twisting the few states I have just mentioned to you now, even though they are coming up to tell you that they have banned open grazing, but their own solution, their own way, is that they will build the ranch. Okay? They will build the ranch with the state government's money, right? Boko Haram will also give them some money to build those ranches. All they need is to assure them that there will be land. And this land is not just building ranch of 5 acres. We are talking about thousands, possibly tens of thousands of acres, all right, that can make up an entire local government area. So the governors will build the ranches with the state money. Then they will bring in the cows, most of the cows owned by them, all right? Then they will bring in all these guys to be in charge of the cows. On their own, they have contributed to bring peace to their own states. But on the other hand, that is all Boko Haram needed. Give them that land. Call it whatever you want to call it. Build schools there. Build hospital there. Construct road. Build ranches and everything for them. Then we'll bring all these Fulanis onto those farms. Okay? The houses you build on them, they will live there. So they will remain in that community. To legalize it, they will just have to, the committee Boko Haram put together, they will just gazette it. There is something called Federal Gazette in Nigeria. That means any act put together to bind the rest of the country to an agreement that will arrive, that any agreement arrived to by some selected friends, committee they call them. Once they come back with their reports and they put together and they say it becomes this, they will gazette it. Okay? Once they gazette it, it will be easier to use that to promote a bill that will eventually create the local government areas for those ranches. Your state government will give the land first. Certify the CFO to God knows who behind the scene. Then they will import all these guys in there, right? And they will give them to legitimize it in case of the future fight. When some of you will claim your family land was illegally taken from you, they will just say, those land are not your land anymore. You don't have a clue. They are now local government areas. So therefore, you can't just go there and say the whole local government area is your family land. What would that mean? Future chaos. You and I may be dead by then, right? Because that will help them to solidify the hold, the spread, the needed number, that can always make them elect a president, even if you don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. Before you can even pass a bill to put 1% on education fund so that you can get small allocation to help your children go to school in that Nigeria, as long as Nigeria exists, they will need an approval from them. Okay? And to make sure that work, let me make you understand this. Boko Haram has inaugurated another committee. In that committee, you have the Ebonyi State Governor is a member of that committee. They put somebody, they said deputy secretary, something, someone called Ipaye or Afuye is a member of that committee. Let me see if I can find their names. Their job is to go around the country to meet the state governors. When they say go around the country, you are talking about the southern Nigeria. Okay? The agenda is not to bring peace. The agenda is to make sure that they keep their stronghold on Nigeria, just same way they created more states in northern Nigeria, created a forced population for northern Nigeria that allows them, unhindered, unchallenged, to decide who gets what in Nigeria and how much. And no matter how you decide it, the chunk of that, whatever comes as the general resources in Nigeria, goes to that northern Nigeria. And to further entrench that, to further legalize that, they have to use their illegal means by using the federal might to twist those states. Because listen to this, they have been talking about Ruga, they have been talking about Katu colony, they have been talking about resettling these Fulani armed herdsmen who have now turned out to be bandits, Boko Haram and the rest of them, killing and kidnapping people. This continues as we speak, right? But as we speak, for 6 years, no single state in northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria has 19 states. Southern Nigeria has 17 states, right? And then the northern Nigeria for the past 6 years, led the government in Nigeria, where they are leading the government of Federal Republic of Fulani Republic of Nigeria for the past 6 years. And they made cows as the national agenda of Nigeria, which has led to killings of tens of thousands of people because they won't give up their lands. And then they have to continue the campaign of terror, campaign of fear. Now, for these 6 years that no one could give the land from where they wanted the land, no single state in northern Nigeria has built one single cattle colony or one single ruga in the past 6 years. No single one. At least to give an example of what they are trying or asking the rest of the country to agree to. But Bukwari said, if you won't give it, then don't ask me for peace. As you lay your bed, so you lie on it. And I'm coming to further threats that says, because you refused or you refuse to give up your land, right? Then don't think or don't even dream about being president or what have you in 2023 because we don't trust you. Bukwari inaugurated a committee. That committee was to go around the country. And they have to come back with a report of 368 grazing reserve area. Grazing reserve area, that is new. Just same way they coined the word rural grazing area. And that came back, failed. What they have done now is called grazing reserved area. You remember that when we were growing up, there are some lands in different parts of Yoruba land that they call them GRA, government reserved areas, like government reserved lands. Even though all land are now in control of the states in Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria, they still have lands almost in every state in Nigeria because they do have properties in all these places like government secretariats, government agency offices, police station, and different other parastatals in control of the federal government of Nigeria, controlled by Bukwari. So all the lands around this area are owned by the federal government. Okay? Now, including some other lands like the Unity schools. If you go to Unity School, for example, like the federal government college areas, government colleges in Nigeria, you will see that you will have the school with massive, massive land unused. This land, including the school and the properties, are owned by the federal government, co-owned, not just owned by them, co-owned by the federal government and all the federating units, the states. That is why they call it Unity School. And they have something called, what do you call that again? Something they have now changed to quota system. This kind of a structural arrangement that says that everyone must be part of the day-to-day running of the government of Nigeria. So if you have to go to the Unity School, they have, they call it something structure. That's just off my mind right away, by the way. Right? Now, this land, tomorrow, you may wake up, and some of this unused land, in some of these federal government colleges, they may just convert them to grazing reserved areas. Apart from them, there are other lands that are still owned by the federal government. Now, what those lands are meant for? They are meant for citing any institution. Let's say the federal government wants to build one massive, giant health center for the people of Oyo State, and they need land. They can either go and convert the federal government landed property in that part to build that what they want, or go into a national arrangement, which will go like a national partnership rather, with that state. The state will provide the land. Okay, the federal government will provide the resources to build the health center. Okay, now in their own plan, Boko Haram gang, they want to convert, if they have any, I'm not saying 100% they have those land anymore. Okay, now if they have, what Boko Haram said this committee should go and do for him is to go to all the states. Even though all of you will say, no, we are not giving up our land, they will still get land though. And that's what I'm trying to tell you now, the effort, which is also going to bring chaos at the end of the day. Their job is now to go and find those land. The committee, they will go round Nigeria. But when we say go around Nigeria, don't waste your breath. Go around the southern Nigeria, because that's the target. Because by now, we should have seen some northern governors telling us how many of those land they have already available. You remember when they were pushing the propaganda, Niger State, they have agreed to give 100,000 hectares of land. Yobe State, they have agreed to give 1 million acres of. You remember that time? Now, since that time, all those states have been promising land to build Ruga. 6 years. They have not even built one single plot of Ruga in any part of northern Nigeria. So this committee will go around southern Nigeria. If they found any land, all the land, Boko Haram knows they have the documents. So it's very specific. Go and find 368 lands in 25 states. Because you see those lands, they are grazing reserve area. Of course not. They are not. Where is that coming from? Grazing reserve area. Have you heard of that before? Have you? Before now, they were talking about grazing routes. Some of us have to go and read about like grazing routes. What is routes? Land where nobody should build anything on them because they are meant for cows to be passing. Said, okay, yes, we used to see cows passing through our different communities when we were growing up. Yeah, but there were no grazing routes, like this land was for them to pass or what have you. So now they are bringing up what is called grazing reserve area. It is for them to convert the government reserved areas in the past to Ruga. And it is not, according to them, it is to bring an end to what they call farmers-herders clashes, which is also a lie. There is nothing called farmer-herders clashes in Nigeria. It is just a campaign of land grabbing, which is led by the government of Boko Haram, the Fulani-led government, which allowed murderous AK-47 wielding, Fulani terrorists that they told us from the beginning were not from Nigeria. Because these Fulanis that they want to give land to, these are not Fulanis from Jigawa, Fulanis from Yobe, Fulanis from Zamfara, Fulanis from any part of northern Nigeria. They were Fulanis that they told us are coming from all the part of West Africa, because according to them, they are African citizens and therefore they can go anywhere, anytime they want, including any part of Nigeria, because they don't see themselves as Fulani, so to say. They see themselves as Africans. But I'm asking you, I'm a Yoruba man. I am supposed to be an African, right? Because I am an African, right? Now tell me, why am I not leading a gang of terrorists with guns to all the part of northern Nigeria, trying to grab land for my own whatever business? And why is that not part of the agenda of Boko Haram? That, you see, this land we are going to get is not going to be to give land to the Fulani herders, because the only people who want land right now, and they are killing people for it, are the Fulani herdsmen. And now Nigeria want to grab land to give to
others, and they will tag the land Grazing Reserve Area, which we all know will be gazetted to become local government areas in Fulani local government areas in different part of Yoruba land, in different part of Biafra land, and all the part of everywhere in southern Nigeria. They have killed thousands of people in Benue for this. So they are adamant. They're not giving up. They don't care. They are pretty much like, what can you do other than to complain? We will force those you think will speak for you to do what we want, whether you want it or not. Is that not getting the Aruga through the back door? The southern politicians, the southern governors said they are banning open grazing in September. And so far, so good. About 80% of them have passed the anti-open grazing bill to law. They have already passed the law, signed the bill into law. But you and I know that they don't have the resources, the capacity to actually implement that ban. Where would they get the military to help them arrest those AK-47 wielding terrorists? Where? Is it Amotekun or Ebubeagu that will do the job? So we realize that it is pretty much like we are being played like a magician, right? They put a statement together. They said they are looking for 368 grazing sites across 25 states, right? Then they put a committee together, and they said the leader of that committee is Abubakar Bagudu. You remember Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, the money launderer for the Abacha family, the man that made a deal with Obasanjo, made a deal with Jolantan that he would not be tried or prosecuted if he managed to tell them a little bit about where Abacha's loots were hiding or were being kept. Abubakar Atiku Bagudu, a very loyalist of Bokwari, eventually got that deal and he became a free man, and he gave Nigeria over 6 billion of Abacha loot. Abubakar Bagudu himself got himself a very good deal that he could keep all he had as his own commission for being the money launderer for Abacha family. Abubakar Bagudu is also a billionaire. Abubakar Bagudu eventually joined ANPP, and when Bokwari and gang joined APC or started APC Egbekegbe with Tifnumbu and gang in Lagos, Abubakar Bagudu ran for office and he became the governor of Kebbi State. And so far, so good. Even Abubakar Bagudu does not have any land to give to his own Fulani brothers to build Ruga or what have you for his loved Fulani brothers. But Abubakar Bagudu is going to be the chairman, is the governor of Kebbi State, is going to be the chairman, or he is the chairman of the committee that will go around the 25 states in Nigeria to go and look for 368 grazing reserved sites, GRS or GRA, grazing reserved areas. Other members of that committee, and in fact, the vice chairman of that committee is Ebonyi State Governor, which is, what's his name again? David Umahi or Dave Umahi. The other person in that committee is Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu. Okay. Another person in that committee is Minister of Agriculture, named as Sabo Nanono. The other person is Minister of Environment, Muhammad Mahmoud Abubakar. And the Deputy Chief of Staff to Bokwari is Gambari. The Deputy to Gambari is Ikpaye, Ade Ikpaye. So they picked one Biafran. They picked one Yoruba man. And then they surrounded them, they shared them with a Fulani man, surrounded them with other Fulanis to help them go around Nigeria and look for land that they can gazette. Their job, right? They call them technical subcommittee which include other representatives from 7 members, blah, 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 nonsense, from other organizations that they put together. And the agenda is this: go around Nigeria. We want you to gazette every free land that is owned by the government or supposed to be owned by the federal government. We want to use those land for the Fulani grazing sites. Isn't that an insult, so to say? And we have the political leaders in Yoruba land, political leaders from the southern Nigeria, who are still playing political correctness with all of this. They have been told it is either, even if your people don't like it, there are other ways to go about it, but we need you to champion it. We want you to support it. Except if you don't support it, we'll find other people that will support it. We'll make them the governors and the rest in this your election. Or you can always forget about being president or not. And this is the new final onslaught. They have managed in their own eyes that they've managed to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu away. It won't be able to continue to ginger and get the people, informed enough to get ready for what all this plan is all about. They believe that they've managed to chase Oloye Sunday Igboho out of Nigeria. Therefore, the Yorubas who have the energy to, in fact, put this off. But those who are speaking for them, we can always manipulate them. Is it not politics? Today, they were all in Kano, where they were giving away Bokwari's son in a marriage, that they flood the entire Kano airport with their private jets. People said on their last count, they saw about 100 private jets that flooded Kano for the marriage of the sons of the president of the poverty capital of the world, Nigeria, today. But that's even not the news. The people who are going to tell you that they love you, they are there. All of them. They were in Kano today, marrying and, upnumbing and all of that, breaking all their own rules, including their own COVID-19 rule that should never bring more than 50 people together, as they are telling the poor people to stay away. Yes, they are there flaunting the wealth, making connection about 2023, while you and I are being told to go and register so that they can then give you the choices of who to follow, why they sell you off. This is something I don't think we should let go. And people who really want to know why, others are asking that since they can't be part of the conversation to decide if we actually still want to be part of a country that will give up our land or our life. They say your life or your land. If we are still going to be part of that country, shouldn't we have a seat at that table? I mean, the people who are going to pay or who are going to bear the brunt of all this criminal organization, the criminal association and the rest of that, all these criminal deals, political arrangement, political, workmanship or whatever they want to call it, yeah? You and I will bear the brunt. Whatever they come up with, you and I will bear the brunt. If we are going to pay the price, shouldn't we have a say or have a seat at that table? And to demand for that, to actually have a seat at that table, you must know that it won't be on the table that they have put together, which is going to be on their own terms and conditions. Disobey, resist, which is part of the revolution core. Resist means that those who are going to come back to talk to you in the kind of a language that will make you think they are with you, they are partying right now with those who brought us to this level, because they are all together on it together, right? So when people say, if there's anything that you can do or change, it is one thing. Do not join in helping to validate their fraud, their criminality. Don't join them in believing that voting in the next election or joining them to campaign or mobilize as you love it. Let us mobilize and sensitize ourselves in, getting rid of these people. You didn't put them there in the first place. The law that they are using to suppress everybody, right? You didn't put that law in place. So how can you be so sure that the same law that put together the rules, The rules that will determine who is going to be your next president, no matter how much you think you are going to be involved in influencing that, you are not influencing who becomes the next president. You are just going to help them validate it. And validating it means that, yeah, they dictate the rules. They know the rules. They know the numbers of all of you that will register legitimately, and they know the numbers of you that they will allow to vote, and when and how, and they know the numbers of you that they are going to validate as a valid vote. In all of this, right, you will complain about rigging, you will complain about fraud. At the end of the day, you will be unable to change it because you have joined them in validating it. When I tell you not to join them in running for any campaign about maybe some people can make a difference, you are deceiving yourself. You are pretty much, if you do that, what you are doing is that you are helping them to validate the fraud, and they are setting the rules. You didn't. The only way out is resist. Don't validate it. Don't participate in it. Join those who continue to say we won't rather participate in an election that we have no say in. We will rather push for a referendum where people can decide if they actually still want to have an election in 2023, or they don't want to have an election but a referendum. That is possible. It starts from your mind. Let me read that judgment of 1969, April. This judgment was never appealed by anybody. It was given on the 17th of April, 1969, by the Honorable Justice Adewale Thompson. And partly in that judgment, in quote, says the judgment, I do not accept the contention of defendants that a custom exists which imposes an obligation on the owner of farm to fence his farm, whilst the owner of cattle allows his cattle to wander like pests and cause damage. Such a custom, if it exists, is unreasonable, and I hold that it is repugnant to natural justice, equity, and good conscience, and therefore unenforceable. In that, it is highly unreasonable to impose the burden of fencing a farm on the farmer without the corresponding obligation on the cattle owner to fence his cattle. Sequence to that, I banned open grazing, for it is inimical to peace and tranquility, and the cattle owners must fence or ranch their animals for peace to reign in these communities. This judgment was given by Justice Thompson, Justice Adewale Thompson, way back in April, on the 17th of April, 1969. And there is no record that this judgment was ever appealed. If you have cows, it is the onus rest on you to fence your livestock. You don't tell farmers to fence their farms when you don't tell cattle owners to also fence or ranch their cattle. You don't blame a farmer for fighting back when cattle and cows strayed into his farm and they begin to feed on his crop. You don't blame farmer for fighting back. You ask the cattle owners to fence their cattle. And you don't use the national money to illegally seize people's land, family lands, in the name of a national unity in order to give to cattle owners. Then use the state money, people's taxes to build ranches for them, when you want to give that same privilege to other business owners in their own business or businesses in that same country. It is unfair, it is inequality, and it will be tantamount to disruption of peace. And that's exactly what Boko Haram is promoting. And it seems that Bokwari, like a greedy, selfish fly that actually follows the drink or follows the corpse into the grave. Bokwari wants this agenda to be the end of Nigeria. And like that's why I said, listen, no matter what people say, no matter how much grammar they try to use to hoodwink you or to sway you or to confuse you, do not be confused. The agenda is the same, whatever name they call it, land grabbing. And those who are resisting this, asking for Yoruba nation, asking for Biafra, they are not the aggressors. And they are not the people who want to break up Nigeria. Bokwari and it's a Fulani jihadist Janjaweed team. They are those working day and night to ensure that Nigeria doesn't exist anymore after Bokwari. If you have any rage or anger, disappointment at all about what Nigeria has become, do not blame those who are asking to break away from what or the type of Nigeria that these criminals are trying to enforce on us. Nigeria where terrorists are being forgiven, terrorists are being rehabilitated, terrorists are being recruited into the Nigerian military and security forces. That is the Nigeria Bokwari is building. Nigeria that will then give land, build ranches for invading aliens. People they once told us were coming from Niger, from Chad, from Sudan, from Libya. Nigeria is using Nigeria resources to ferry terrorists, repentant terrorists from other countries in Africa, bringing them to Nigeria, using Nigeria resources to rehabilitate them, then send them back to the same communities that are still being ravaged by different terrorist groups that continue to kill, destroy, and kidnap young women, young children, and selling them off as sex slaves. The same Nigeria is doing everything day and night to claim thousands of hectares of land for this invading alien. And according to Bokwari, that is the solution to the wahala Nigeria is facing. If there's anyone or any group of people working to break up Nigeria, destroy Nigeria beyond any repair, there is no other group other than Bokwari, APC, Egbekegbe, and those who are working also outside the country, propagating and nudging them on. These are the people working to break Nigeria. All of us asking to peacefully do it without war or bloodshed. We are those who cares about the lives of the innocent that this gang of criminals care no hoot about. They have shown it. They continue to show it. And there are those who are breaking up Nigeria. They are not giving up. It is still pretty much about that or nothing else. Why would anybody want to stick to that? It's up to you. It's up to us. It is whatever we take that will stick. Whatever we don't want, can always be rejected. 2023 election is not our priority. If security of lives and property actually matters to you, to me, to everybody, but if you don't care, fine, get on with it. And for those who are propagating Tifnumbu, good luck with that. For those who are propagating the Fulanization agenda and we control Nigeria, nothing will change, nobody will change anything. Good luck with that. And to everybody who is doing everything day and night to continue to, educate, sensitize the people that even if you don't understand the breaking up of Nigeria into different parts of countries where everybody can handle their own business, handle their own destiny. And if you get it right, fine. If you don't get it right, at least you won't have to blame anybody. Yorubas won't have to blame Fulanis. Fulanis won't have to blame Yorubas. The Biafrans won't have to blame the Yorubas. Yorubas won't have to blame the Biafrans. No one will have to blame anybody. If all of us can be in charge of our own destiny, I mean, why not? When this current one is actually a spelt doom for all of us, you may not be paying attention, but trust me, somebody once told us that we're going to get to a stage that even us in southern Nigeria, we will pray and wish we are not part of Nigeria because Somalia will be better than Nigeria, because Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. You may not admit it. It may be difficult for you to agree, or you may find your way of, arguing it out. But the truth is this: Nigeria is now the most terrorized country in the entire Africa. Nigerians are the third most terrorized people in the entire world. In the International Terrorism Index, Nigeria is number 2 with the, on the table of the International Terrorist Index. And we are just after Afghanistan. And you know what happened in Afghanistan just a few days ago? Yeah. And you know the effect and the ruckus that has been bringing up in Nigeria. Yeah. That is the future. Okay. And if you think it is not real, well, some of you never believed that you would ever have to run away from your communities. You would ever have to, in fact, be so afraid of you being kidnapped on the motorway. Before now, you usually get worried when you are traveling the southern road, because you get worried of armed robbers, people who want to kidnap you, one chance. The ritualists who want to kidnap you and sell your body part and the rest of that. These are incidences that are, we call them isolated cases today. When they are doing journey prayer, when you go to the park in Ketu, or you are there at Aba Motor Park, you are traveling to Lagos. Now they will start the prayer point with, Father, Lord, we bless you for today. We thank God. We thank you for keeping us alive up to this moment. Father, Lord, we want to embark on a journey now on our way to Lagos. Heavenly Father, all the evil spirits on the way, please take them away, which is usual. All the armed robbers that are going to attack us, Father, Lord, we want you to sanctify the road. We want you to please keep us safe. We'll go safe. We'll come back safe. Father, Lord, we want you to also make sure that the brake, the engine, the car, Father, Lord, we want you to bless to protect the driver. Everything shall come to your mind. You will pray about it. Before now, today, your prayer point is not complete if you don't add it that, Father, Lord, please protect us from Fulani terrorists, from kidnappers, from the people that will collect ransom. Oh, Lord, Father, do this. And don't you pray that now? Maybe you drive in your own private car. This may sound so funny to you. It's not funny. But those who actually know what I'm talking about, when they now travel from Lagos to Oshogbo, they will say, Baba, Ọlọ́run, àfihàn àjò ilé yín lọ́wọ́ bàbá. Bàbá, ẹ̀yin ni Ọlọ́run tí Alpha, ẹ̀yin ni Ọlọ́run Omega. Àfihàn àjò ilé yín lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀mí kẹ́mi ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn tó bá fẹ́ dà wá láàmú, tó bá fẹ́ da ọkọ̀ yìí nù, Olúwa ẹ bá wa fi wọ́n bú. Àfi wọ́n bú lórúkọ Jésù, Olúwa ẹ fi wọ́n bú. Bàbá ṣe rí gbogbo àwọn agbénipa, àwọn Fúlàní agbénipa tí wọ́n máa ń jíyàn gbé, tí wọ́n ń gba ransom. Bàbá, a fà wọ́n lé yín lọ́wọ́, bàbá, Olúwa ẹ pa wọ́n lẹ́nu mọ́ bí ẹ ṣe pa kìnìún ẹ̀yà Júdà lẹ́nu mọ́ lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná. Sorry if you don't understand Yoruba, but I'm speaking to those who are traveling from Lagos to Oshogbo. They are very, very covered. They are very used to this prayer point. Now, this is the reality. This is the mental conditioning that makes you prepare. And then you feel like, yes, mentally you know that you have no security to protect you. You know that if you ever end up in the hand of the armed robbers, you will be thanking God the following day, right? In church, you go to church and say, everybody praise God. They say, hallelujah. I say, praise. I say, hallelujah, Mama. In Kechi, what happened? That was how we went on this journey. We just wanted to go for the burial arrangement of my neighbor's mama for Ogbomosho. And in this church, you told us, Pastor, that we should do fasting and prayer of 3 days to avoid any kind of kidnapping, any kind of, Now, so we started this journey. I prayed. I did the fasting. I prayed to God. God said, no problem. Father, Lord, when we got to Oshogbo, and when we nearly get to Oshogbo, now so we started hearing now so I fear. I say, God, please let them be armed robbers. Please don't let them be kidnappers. Yeah. And as God will answer my prayer, Pastor, hey, they were armed robbers. I said, thank God. They collected everything from us. And then when they robbed everybody. But by the grace of God, they did not touch us. Say, but Pastor, as I was there, I was thinking about my children. That what if they were kidnappers? What if they were Fulani kidnappers? What would I tell my children? Chineke. Where would I see 10 million? Where would I see 100 million? I started thanking God. Everybody inside the bus, we started thanking God. It is called social conditioning. It is not thanking God. You know that you are not safe. That is the reality now in southern Nigeria. Now, when people travel, they say, help me thank God. Nobody complain about terrible road anymore. They say, oh, you are complaining about terrible road. We are still looking for Ayomide. She was meant to be going on for a youth service. And you know that she is an orphan. But guess what? They don't kidnap her. Fulani kidnappers. They called us. They said, if we don't pay 15 million by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, they are going to kill her. We don't know who to talk to. You better thank God that you travel safely on the Nigerian road right now. If you go and you come safely, Baba, you should be thanking God. Don't complain about bad road. Don't complain about Odopo. You know what I'm talking about? That is called social conditioning. This is the Nigeria that Boko Haram and gang, they have now told us to accept. But 10 years ago, somebody told us that if we don't brace up, if we continue to be part of this one fake unity, united Nigeria, non-negotiable Nigeria, we will be dished exactly what they want us to feed on. And they will intimidate us and they will bully us to take those offer, including those you think have any political leverage. They don't have any political leverage in Nigeria. It is just shop by shop. So if you see people who are saying, let us please get a referendum for Biafra, even if you don't understand them completely, please listen to them. Okay? If you see anyone talking about Yoruba nation, they are not asking for war. But you see those who are milking that contraption, they will continue to threaten war. Because the moment they lose that power, they can no longer gazette anything. They can no longer control the military to go and kill civilians like that anymore. They will have to publicly come out to stage any war before they can say they want to fight anybody anymore. But now they don't need to say they want to fight anybody. They just bully you. They just threaten you. They do all of that because they believe they are in control of everything. Now they are telling you to, if you want to change anything, if you don't like it, go and register to vote. As you are registering online, they don't need online registration in northern Nigeria. Those people they want to create the Ruga for, the GRA for, they already have voters card. Okay? Their names, they have already created the polling unit for them. They said they are creating more, I think 600,000 polling units. When you break it down, out of that 600,000 new polling units, they are going to create just about 120 or 130 in southern Nigeria, the entire southern Nigeria. 370 something is going to northern Nigeria. Now tell me, as you think you have more registered voters, it will shock you. If they say you have 90 million registered voters, they will tell you categorically that all of una from southern Nigeria now una no pass 20 million. The remaining 75 million now from northern Nigeria. Who are you going to report to? Are you going to say you conducted your own INEC registration? Who go say give you that right? It is already rigged. But the only thing they can rig is that a referendum that will say if the Yoruba people want to be part of this, if the Biafrans want to be part of this, if southern Nigeria still want to be part of Nigeria, under what condition? That is the only way, not election. No. I'm not saying you are going to believe me. I'm not saying you are going to agree with me. But guess what? Not many of us believe that we are going to be saving money, as we are saving money for school fees, saving money for your generator, saving money for your own guard, security, saving money for your health care, saving money for your this and that. Now you have to start saving money for ransom. You don't believe it now. It's going to become norm. And they will say, hi, dear sir. My name is Laura. I work for GT Bank, Guaranteed Trust Bank. We have this new customer package for all our enabled customer, which we believe you are eligible, sir. It is called ransom savings, sir. Ransom saving account allows you to have access. You can put so much, you can put this also amount of money, sir, ma. Once you save this money, in case you get kidnapped or any member of your family or something happened that you need emergency money, that you have to pay somebody to free your family member. So we have this account, this package, ma. Yeah, you just put 10,000 there every month. If they kidnap your family member and the ransom is 5 million, we will give you a loan of 2 million. You can then go and sell your house, 3 million, so as to help you in order to reduce the pressure on you in case if they kidnap your family member. This deal is new, ma, and we have limited people we are offering them to. We just thought, like you are saving money for your pension, like you are saving money for healthcare, like you are deducting money for your mortgage. We just thought, as a good customer that you are, you might be interested in getting our new savings account called Ransom Saving Glorious Account. Of course, they will market it to you. And then you see rich people, they will say, come on, this thing makes sense. So, maybe they think, as they think, say we go die. Maybe also they think, say, what if we get kidnapped? I don't want to sell my property. I think I can. I'm doing well. That sounds good. It sounds funny. It's like insurance. Yeah, exactly, sir. It's like insurance. It's like you having an insurance, sir. That in case if you get kidnapped, you can have something to, say, you guys are smart. And what is the percentage? Say the percentage is just 45%. Let's say they kidnap you and they need 50 million. We'll give you the 50 million. But you pay us 45% of that 50 million. So how much is that? I will work it out for you. So it'd be like, say, when they kidnap you, we make, you know what I'm talking about? It may sound funny to you, but Nigeria is going to get to that stage. It's going to come in a different way. And people will say, now insurance money. They may not even call it ransom money, but insurance money in the bank. Say, GTB Bank, don't they offer insurance money? Even if not 500 naira, they put them there. You never can tell. You may just be entering Danfo from Oshodi to Ojuelegba. And from that, you may just wake up inside the bush. For Ile Oluji. Sorry, I'm not trying to say your region is where the kidnappers are. And then they will say, welcome to the emirate of the Shua Caliphate, this and that. Your money na 5 million. Say, now Ojuelegba they go, they say, your money na 5 million, we go cut your head. See this part, your head, some people they use them. Your kidney, some people go buy them. All this other part, now for life, we go comment everything. Call your family member or call your bank. So you have to lead it. So your bank you will see some people where Nigeria, where job no day. Some people will market ransom saving accounts for you, and you'll be so proud to subscribe. Say, that's a very smart one. I never thought about it. How would you want to live in such country? How would you want to live in such environment one day where you can't actually defend yourself? This is the fear. It is not to appeal or to speak to your fear. I'm actually speaking to your common sense now. Whatever you do with this information I'm giving to you, it doesn't really matter. Okay? Now all of us go what? Now all of us go chop breakfast. Last. Okay? I've done my part. And I hope we'll be able to raise an army, intelligent and educated people that can be able to question decisions intelligently, and at the same time be able to figure out, how would this affect me? How would this affect my household? How would this affect the future of my children? If I let this pass, how many of these are going to pass? And what would be the consequences? Whatever your conscience says. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time, for joining me tonight, okay? I'm going to draw the curtains now, and I'm going to see you some other time, right? You can give me that thumb up on YouTube for everyone who managed to join me from there. And then on Facebook, so those of you who've managed to also join, I am not so lucky on Facebook, I have to be honest with you. They have already cut my viewers by more than 80%. I don't know how many pages who actually suffers this, right? For the past 1 year, instead of getting new people to like Maiyegun's Diary Politico, every day, more than 100 people are being yanked off by Facebook. So from over 290,000 likes and over 400,000 followers in 2020 last year, Facebook have managed to yank off over 10,000 of many of you who used to be Maiyegun's Diary followers on Facebook. So I'm not a good fan of them, okay? Which means only about 10 or 5% of you will actually get notification on Facebook that Maiyegun is live. It doesn't really matter the time that I go live. Only 10 or 5% of you will see it. Go on to my YouTube channel. It is the same thing, right? Free view there where you use your own data when you have the time to watch. Same time you spend on Facebook is the same time you spend on that same YouTube at no cost to you, okay? Go on there, subscribe, set the notification on to all notification, okay? And then, yeah, you won't miss anything, just like some of my friends there, all right? So you go on there on the YouTube channels, everyone who is there right now, give me that thumb up before you go. I'm going to see you tomorrow night before the Sunday sermon after. Good night, everyone.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádùn yẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o.